Imagine waking up one morning and realizing that everything you've been told about beauty is a lie. The perfect skin, airbrushed. The effortless glow. The cocktail Botox filler and AI-powered face filters. The ideal body. Just another passing trend, changing as quickly as the fashion seasons. We are constantly sold the idea that beauty is effortless and attainable, when in reality, it is an engineered illusion designed to keep us feeling insecure and spending money. And this isn't just a modern problem. Throughout history, women have gone to dangerous extremes to achieve impossible beauty ideals, some of which were literally deadly. In the 18th century, women powdered their faces with lead-based makeup, slowly poisoning themselves for the sake of a fashionable, pale complexion. Victorian women swallowed arsenic wafers, convinced it would give them a natural glow. Over time, it actually just gave them organ failure. And in the 1950s, beauty brands sold estrogen-infused soap, promising eternal youth, until it was banned due to its potential links to cancer. Fast forward today, and while we may have moved past arsenic wafers and hormone soap, this deception has only evolved. Now we are bombarded with AI-generated influencers, video filters, and ultra-discreet plastic surgery, all designed to blur the line between fantasy and reality. In this video, we're going to explore how beauty standards are manufactured, not natural, from historical beauty scams to the modern AI face filter arms race to the new age of diet culture. Because once you see how the game is rigged, you might finally stop playing it. But before we get into that, I wanted to talk about something that actually makes me feel put together without looking overly done. Because let's be honest, the best kind of beauty routine isn't about perfection, it's about enhancing what you already have. And that's exactly why I love the Typology Tinted Trio. It's skincare first with just a touch of coverage. You know that effortless, fresh face glow we're all after? Well, I think I've finally found the secret, and it's not makeup, it's skincare. This is the Typology Tinted Serum, and it's not like anything I've ever used before. It's packed with vitamin C to brighten, squalane to deeply hydrate, and aloe vera to soothe and refresh the skin. And the best part is it's lightweight, breathable, and silicone-free, so it never clogs my pores. And my skin looks hydrated all day. And do you see the difference? It doesn't mask my skin, it enhances it, leaving a dewy, even finish. And next up, we have the Tinted Concealer. This isn't just coverage, it's a skincare in disguise. It's enriched with caffeine to reduce puffiness and niacinamide to brighten and smooth. It instantly makes me look more awake while actually improving my skin over time. And it doesn't sit in any creases or fine lines, so my skin looks super hydrated under my eyes all day. And there's no creasing or heavy texture. It's actually my new favorite under eye cream. And for that final touch, I use the tinted lip oil, the perfect balance of hydration and color, formulated with jojoba oil to nourish, vitamin E to protect, and squalane to keep my lips soft. It gives me the glossiest non-sticky finish with a sheer wash of color. And today I'm wearing the shade Ruby Red. What do you think? I think it's very natural and subtle, and my lips feel super hydrated and doesn't transfer on everything either. So you get that minimal effort, maximum glow, no heavy formulas, no unnecessary ingredients, just simple, effective French skincare that makes my skin feel incredible. And because Typology is all about clean, effective skincare, they're gifting you their bi-phase makeup remover when you shop through my link. It's infused with 1% pea peptide to strengthen lashes, castor oil to nourish, and chamomile extract to soothe, gently melting away even waterproof makeup without irritating your skin. If you've been searching for a skin-first routine that enhances your natural beauty, try Typology Tinted Trio today. Click the link in my description to get a free bi-phase makeup remover with your $40 purchase. But hurry, it's only available for the next week. And now let's jump back into the main video. Chapter 1, the business of insecurity. The beauty industry doesn't exist to make people feel beautiful. It exists to make people feel inadequate, enough to spend money. The entire system thrives on creating insecurities, selling solutions, and then moving the goalposts so that consumers are always chasing an ever-changing ideal. If beauty standards were truly about universal timeless appeal, they wouldn't shift dramatically every few years. But they do, because if beauty were actually attainable, the industry would collapse. The pattern is predictable. A certain beauty trend is introduced, brands flood the market with products and procedures to help people achieve it, and then the moment it becomes too accessible, it's no longer aspirational. A new trend takes its place and the cycle starts all over. Take, for example, in the 2010s, the contouring craze. For years, the Kardashian style sculpted face dominated beauty culture. Heavy foundation, sharp cheekbones, and dramatic jawlines were the gold standard. Beauty brands cashed in, releasing contour kits, highlighters, and bronzers, all promising that anyone could achieve the illusion of a chiseled high fashion features. But as soon as contouring became too mainstream, too achievable for the everyday person, it lost its exclusivity. Suddenly, the beauty industry pivoted to the clean girl aesthetic. Now the goal isn't an obviously contoured face, it's to look naturally perfect, as if you woke up like this. But here's the catch, that effortless fresh-faced beauty still requires a ton of work, just in ways that aren't as visible. Instead of contouring with makeup, people are contouring with medical procedures. Buccal fat removal, baby Botox, fillers, and jawline sculpting replace the need for heavy cosmetics, creating the illusion that beauty is genetic and not manufactured. And because these procedures are expensive and discreet, they remain a privilege for the wealthy, making the standard exclusive once again. This pattern isn't limited to makeup. The ideal body type has followed the same cycle. In the early 2000s, the ultra-thin, zero-size bodies were idolized. Models like Kate Moss and Paris Hilton set the standard, and extreme diets, appetite suppressants, and even other eating disorders in the Tumblr era culture reinforced the idea that thin was in. But when curves started trending in the 2010s, the industry pivoted hard. Suddenly, the perfect body was a tiny waist with an exaggerated hourglass shape. BBLs surged in popularity, and plastic surgeons saw record numbers of patients requesting the Kardashian look. But the second the curvy figures became too common and too achievable through surgery and lower-cost procedures, the industry pivoted back to thinness. Today, many celebrities who once embraced the BBL look are now removing their implants and slimming down, aided by new medical advancements like Ozempic. These weight loss drugs, originally designed for diabetes patients, are now being used to suppress appetite and rapidly shed weight, signaling yet another beauty shift. Once again, the industry has manufactured a new insecurity and offered a solution, one that is expensive, often inaccessible, and full of side effects that conveniently get downplayed. And here's the worst part, this cycle will never end. The beauty industry doesn't just sell products and procedures, it sells the promise of self-worth. It convinces us that if we just buy one more serum, lose 5 more pounds, or book one more appointment, we'll finally be beautiful enough. But as soon as we get close, the standard shifts again. The truth is, beauty has never been about personal preference, health, or empowerment. It's about profit. It's a carefully designed game meant to keep us spending, striving, and never feeling good enough. And the sooner we recognize that, the less power these industries have over us. Chapter 2. AI Beauty and the Perfect Face That Doesn't Exist. Have you ever compared yourself to an influencer's Instagram selfie and felt like your face just isn't quite right? You're not alone. But here's the catch, their face isn't real either. Welcome to the AI face war, where the new standard of beauty is no longer human, it's digitally generated. Social media is now filled with hyper-perfect AI-generated models featuring flawless skin, perfectly symmetrical features, and mathematically calculated proportions that are designed to trigger our subconscious attraction to ideal beauty. These AI influencers like Lily Michaela and Emma are being used in ad campaigns because they don't require makeup artists, hairstylists, or even a paycheck. They are cheaper and easier to control and always flawless. Even when real models and influencers are used, their faces are often digitally altered beyond recognition. Photoshop isn't enough anymore. Now we have full body AI retouching, real-time video filters, and auto-enhanced selfies that smooth skin, shrink noses, plump lips, and enlarge eyes before we even press post. Unlike older forms of editing, these filters work in motion, meaning that even in live videos, we're rarely seeing someone's actual face. The result, a beauty standard that is literally impossible to achieve. The impact of this digital distortion on self-image is staggering. Studies show that Gen Z is experiencing unprecedented levels of body dysmorphia, with many young people feeling that their unfiltered faces look wrong compared compared to their digital selves. And this phenomenon is often called Snapchat dysmorphia, and it has led to an alarming rise of people seeking cosmetic procedures not to look like celebrities, but to look like their own filtered selfies. Plastic surgeons now report an increase in patients requesting smaller noses, bigger lips, and smoother skin, not based on real-life beauty icons, but on edited images of themselves. But this obsession with digital perfection isn't new. In the 1920s, silent film actresses used harsh stage makeup, white powder, and Vaseline-coated lenses to create a flawless, soft, focused look on camera, even though in real life they looked bizarrely overdone. In the 50s, magazines relied on heavy airbrushing and studio lighting to make women appear poreless and wrinkle-free. But by the early 2000s, Photoshop had reached extreme levels, with celebrities being retouched so aggressively that their faces barely resembled their real-life counterparts. The difference today is that AI beauty manipulation happening in real time. We are no longer just looking at altered images in magazines. We are engaging with them on social media, Zoom calls, and dating apps, where AI-driven filters are subtly modifying our faces, making us feel like we need to match our own edited versions in real life. And here's when it gets even more sinister. Beauty companies are now profiting off this deception. When people compare themselves to AI-generated perfection, they start believing that something is wrong with them. This fuels an endless cycle of product consumption, cosmetic procedures, and unattainable self-improvement. Skincare brands are pushing anti-aging serums and pore minimizing treatments to help achieve the glass skin effect of an AI filter. Makeup brands are marketing foundation formulas that mimic the flawless airbrush finish of a beauty app. Even plastic surgery trends like fox eye lifts, lip flips, and buccal fat removal are all being influenced by digital beauty distortions. And what's the scariest part? The goalposts will always move. Today's AI-influenced beauty trends like sculpted jawlines, high cheekbones, and ultra-wide doll-like eyes could be outdated in a few years, replaced by something completely different in a digital aesthetic. What remains constant is the industry's ability to manipulate beauty standards to keep us feeling inadequate, chasing trends and spending money. So that's why I don't like the idea too of getting all this plastic surgery to make your face like in style. And then let's say 5 years from now, this look you spent all this money on like isn't in style, and then you have to try to alter your face again. And so the next time you feel like your face isn't perfect enough, just remember, perfection doesn't exist. It's being programmed. No human can compete with an algorithm. And the only way to win this game, stop playing it. Chapter 3, the myth of effortless beauty. We've all heard it before. An influencer with flawless dewy skin swearing that all she does is drink water and get 8 hours of sleep and uses a simple skincare routine. No mention of Botox, filler, laser facials, or prescription strength retinoids. Just the implication that if you aren't naturally glowing, you must be doing something wrong. This is the biggest lie that beauty industry has ever told us. The illusion of effortless beauty. The modern clean girl aesthetic, also known as glass skin, no makeup, or the barely there beauty trend, has taken over social media, pushing the idea that looking perfect shouldn't take work. But in reality, this look is just as curated, time-consuming, and expensive as any other full glam routine of the past. It's just better at pretending. At first glance, the clean girl aesthetic seems like a rejection of traditional beauty standards. It promises a return to minimalism, emphasizing natural features, clear skin, and fresh face confidence. But if you take a closer look, you'll realize that it's just a rebranding of the same old beauty pressures. Instead of heavy foundation and contour, women are now expected to have poreless skin, perfectly lifted brows, subtly sculpted cheekbones, and an overall lit from within glow. Achieving this look without makeup requires something else, a routine of medical-grade facials, fillers, Botox, and high-end skincare products that most people can't afford. And here's where it gets even more insidious. Unlike previous beauty trends that required visible effort, today's beauty ideals demands work that no one admits to. The women who appear to be effortlessly radiant often have a full team of dermatologists, estheticians, and cosmetic injectors, ensuring they maintain their natural beauty. But because these procedures are designed to be subtle, these stars can deny that they've had any work done, creating an impossible standard for everyone else. This deception isn't new. In the Victorian era, wearing visible makeup was considered vulgar and low class, associated with actresses, courtesans, nuns and sex workers, but instead of abandoning beauty enhancements, women simply found ways to cheat the system. They just secretly used lemon juice to lighten freckles, egg whites to tighten the skin, and crushed beetles for a natural lip stain, all while pretending they were just naturally radiant. And by the 1950s, the beauty industry had industrialized its deception, convincing women that youthfulness could be bottled and sold. One of the most infamous examples was hormone soap, a bar of soap infused with estrogen, marketed as a miracle anti-aging solution. Women were told that simply washing their face with it would keep them looking young forever. And of course, this was before anyone realized that rubbing estrogen directly onto your skin could have dangerous health effects, including an increased risk of cancer. The soap was eventually banned, but the idea that women could achieve eternal youth through a simple product never went away. And fast forward to today, instead of hormone soap, we have preventative Botox. Women in their early 20s are now being encouraged to start Botox injections before they have wrinkles, under the promise that starting early will prevent aging altogether. Laser facials, microneedling, and under-eye fillers are marketed as maintenance, not cosmetic procedures, making it easy for people to deny they've had work done while still benefiting from it. The beauty industry has found a perfect loophole, promoting medical interventions as self-care, while maintaining the illusion that real beauty is effortless. And the result? A rigged system where natural beauty isn't natural at all, it's curated, maintained, and often medically enhanced. The new standard isn't just looking perfect, it's looking perfect without looking like you're tired. Women are expected to invest countless hours and thousands of dollars into their appearance while pretending they just woke up like this. And here's the most dangerous part: because the work is invisible, people start to believe that effortless beauty is real and achievable, and when they fail to achieve it naturally, they blame themselves. If your skin isn't glowing after drinking 3 liters of water, you must be doing something wrong. If your face doesn't have that naturally sculpted look, maybe you just aren't working hard enough. But the truth is, this beauty standard was never meant to be achievable in the first place. The next time you see someone with impossibly flawless skin or naturally sculpted cheekbones, ask yourselves, is this beauty standard even real, or is it just another illusion designed to keep us chasing the impossible? Chapter 4: The Return of Diet Culture and the Ozempic Era. Every few years, a new body ideal emerges, forcing women to reshape themselves, sometimes literally, to fit the trend. But unlike fashion, which cycles through every different aesthetic for fun, the beauty industry ensures that these body trends feel like a matter of life or death. What's considered ideal today might be mocked tomorrow, and the beauty industry is always ready for the new solution to help women fix themselves in order to stay desirable. Right now, we are witnessing the return of extreme thinness, eerily reminiscent of the 1990s heroin chic era. Only this time, it's not about crash diets and cigarettes. It's about prescription medication, luxury weight loss treatments, and a billion-dollar industry pushing a pharmaceutical solution to body dissatisfaction. Diet culture isn't new. It's been an integral part of beauty standards for over a century. In the 50s, women were encouraged to smoke cigarettes to suppress their appetite and take prescription amphetamines to stay thin. The ads at the time weren't shy about it. Cigarette brands literally marketed themselves as a way to keep that figure slim. And by the 60s and 70s, diet culture had become even more aggressive and medicalized. Women were prescribed diet pills that were essentially speed, fueling eating disorders, heart issues, and addiction. By the 80s and 90s, the messaging had shifted again, but the pressure remained the same. Models and actresses were praised for their extreme thinness, and magazines shamed celebrities who gained weight, solidifying the idea that thinness wasn't just about beauty, but about success and control. Then came the 2000s, a golden age for toxic diet culture. The pro-eating disorder Tumblr era encouraged girls to starve themselves. Magazine covers proudly displayed celebrity weight loss transformations, and low-rise jeans made having a flat stomach a requirement for social acceptance. So glad I really hated that low-rise jeans look. Now to think about it, I'm kind of glad it's over with. Hopefully it won't come back. Maybe it will. And companies sold diet pills, meal replacement shakes, and calorie counting apps under the guise of health. But the real goal was always the same: keep women obsessed with shrinking themselves. But as the 2010s rolled around, the body ideal changed once again. Suddenly, curves were in. The Kardashian aesthetic took over, and women went from starving themselves to achieve a size 0 to booking BBLs to get the exaggerated tiny waist, big hips, and full curves. The body positive movement briefly flourished, pushing the idea that all body types should be celebrated. But the moment that curvier bodies became too accessible, too common, the pendulum swung back. Now in the 2020s, BBLs are out, curves are disappearing, and extreme thinness is back. Only this time, instead of the old-fashioned cigarettes and diet pills and calorie counting, celebrities are turning to Ozempic. And they use this to suppress their appetite drastically, and the user can lose 15 to 20% of their body weight in just a few months. But while these drugs were meant for people struggling with blood sugar regulation, they have quickly been repurposed by Hollywood elites, influencers, and the ultra-wealthy to shortcut to thinness. And the results have been impossible to ignore. Celebrities who were previously curvy are now showing up to red carpets with hollowed-out cheeks, gaunt jawlines, and dramatically slimmed-down figures. The same bodies that were praised for the curves just 5 years ago are now being surgically or medically reversed. And just like that, a new beauty standard is set. But here's the most frustrating part. No one is admitting to it. Just like the 2000s, when celebrities claimed they were naturally skinny while secretly surviving on diet pills and starvation diets, today's elites are crediting their weight loss for cutting out gluten or walking more, even though industry insiders are openly talking about Ozempic parties in Hollywood. And the return of extreme thinness isn't an accident. It's a business strategy. The beauty and diet industries make billions of dollars of body dissatisfaction. If women feel that their current bodies are no longer desirable, they will spend thousands of dollars trying to change them. The truth is, body trends aren't real. They don't reflect health, genetics, or personal choice. They are manufactured, sold, and enforced by industries that profit off our insecurities. And when the pendulum swings back, and it always does, there will be a new standard to chase, a new insecurity to exploit, and a new product to sell. Right now, thinness is in again, but in a few years, the industry might push stronger, more athletic bodies as the next ideal, or a more voluptuous look with natural curves. Whatever the next standard is, it always has one thing in common. It will be something that most people cannot achieve naturally, forcing them to spend money in pursuit of profit. Chapter 5. The psychology of beauty standards. Why we keep falling for the lie. If we know that beauty standards are manufactured illusions, why do we keep falling for them? The answer lies deep within our psychology, social conditioning, and even our evolutionary instincts. Humans are inherently wired for social approval, a trait that once helped our ancestors survive in tight-knit communities. Over time, these survival mechanisms evolved into a relentless need for acceptance and status, and beauty became one of the most powerful markers of that acceptance. In ancient societies, a person's appearance often signified their health, wealth, and ability to contribute to the community. This link between physical beauty and survival became so ingrained that it still influences our perceptions today, even though the criteria for beautiful have shifted dramatically over the centuries. Throughout history, beauty has been used as a symbol of power and privilege. In medieval Europe, for example, pale skin was coveted because it indicated that one did not have to labor outdoors, a luxury reserved for the upper class. Similarly, in the 1800s, a full figure was celebrated as a sign of prosperity and abundance, while in more recent decades, ultra-thinness has been associated with wealth, excess, and exclusive fitness routines and high-end diets. These shifting standards aren't arbitrary. They're deeply rooted in the societal structures that once determined social hierarchy and survival. Even as we move into a modern era where personal achievement and self-expression are celebrated, the lingering effects of these social cues still dictate what we find attractive. But beauty standards have evolved beyond a simple marker of survival, wielded as a tool of control, particularly over women's bodies and self-worth. By constantly bombarding us with ever-changing ideals, the beauty industry not only sells us products and procedures, but also enforces a continuous cycle of self-monitoring and self-improvement. The more time and money individuals spend trying to fix or perfect themselves, the less energy they have to question the broader societal structures that profit from these insecurities. In this way, beauty standards serve as a subtle mechanism to divert attention from systemic issues, keeping us focused on our personal flaws rather than on collective change. Social media has amplified these pressures to unprecedented levels. All of these platforms create constant comparison loops, where every scroll exposes us to images of idealized, often digitally enhanced faces and bodies, AI-generated models, hyperreal filters, and meticulously curated influencer feeds blur the line between what is real and what is artificially perfected. Our brains are conditioned to seek social validation, eternalize these images as the norm, convincing us that such perfection is not only desirable, but also achievable. This creates a vicious cycle. The more we see these idealized images, the more we feel like our natural, unfiltered selves are inadequate. The result is an endless pursuit of an ever-moving target, where even if we manage to meet today's standard, tomorrow's newest trend will render our efforts obsolete. And the worst part of this psychological game is the goalposts are always shifting. No matter how closely we adhere to the latest beauty trend, the industry quickly pivots to a new insecurity, ensuring that there's always another product to buy or procedure to try. This constant state of wanting self-improvement not only drains our wallets, but also erodes our self-esteem over time. It is meticulously designed to trap, one that capitalizes on our deepest vulnerabilities by promising that perfection is just one more step away. So what's the solution? Escaping this trap requires us to first recognize beauty standards for what they truly are: deliberate marketing strategies designed to keep us in a perpetual state of desire and inadequacy. It isn't about rejecting beauty entirely, but rather about understanding the game being played. By becoming aware of how these standards manipulate our emotions, behaviors, we can start to reclaim our self-worth from an industry that profits off our insecurities. When we stop equating our value with our appearance, we begin to see that true beauty isn't defined by the latest trend or filter. It's found in authenticity, individuality, and self-acceptance. The beauty industry thrives on one thing: convincing you that you are never enough. It doesn't matter how many products you buy, how many treatments you get, or how much weight you lose. The goalpost will always shift, and you will be constantly chasing the next ideal. So the question isn't whether thin or curvy is in right now. It's why we continue to let these trends dictate our self-worth. The only way to truly win this game is stop playing it. So thanks for watching. Let me know in the comments below. I'm just so over the shifting body trends. I never noticed these things as much when I was younger, but I guess if you're like older, you see the trends repeating itself more often. So it is crazy to think that like now super skinny is back in. It'll be interesting to see what the next decade brings. My guess it'll probably just go back to curvy again and just flip-flop back and forth. So thanks for watching, and don't forget to check out some of my other videos.